The sudden passing of Chinese actor ЮйМэнЛун on the night of September 11, 2025, continues to send shockwaves across the Asian entertainment industry. Once hailed as one of China's most promising costume drama princes, his tragic fall from a high-rise apartment in Chaoyang District, Beijing, has spiraled into one of the most controversial cases in recent years. While police initially ruled out criminal intent, labeling the incident as an accidental fall, countless inconsistencies at the scene have fueled intense public suspicion. Social media has exploded with theories, eyewitness accounts, and leaked details, painting a picture far more complicated than a simple misstep. According to the official timeline, ЮйМэнЛун attended a private gathering on the penthouse floor of a luxury residential building on the evening of September 11, 2025. Surveillance footage provided by the building management shows that the event began at approximately 8:15 p.m. and lasted until 2:40 a.m., with 17 people present, including screenwriters, directors, fellow actors, and close acquaintances of the late star. Alcohol flowed freely throughout the night, with reports citing the consumption of over 38 bottles, including fine wines and premium spirits. Witnesses later revealed that Yu appeared visibly uncomfortable and intoxicated as the evening wore on. At one point, he was seen being supported into the elevator by two men, mumbling the words, "No more drinking." Yet, despite clear signs of his worsening state, no one at the party called for medical assistance. This glaring omission has raised eyebrows, particularly as Yu was later found lifeless on the ground beneath the building. Disturbingly, a witness claimed that when Yu's body was discovered, several of his friends hurried down from the apartment carrying clothing, which they quickly placed over his face. At that moment, the crowd had not even identified who the victim was, nor had they checked whether he was still alive. Their unusual behavior, covering his face and refraining from calling either police or emergency services, has been described as suspiciously calculated. The first official alert did not come from Yu's circle, but from the head of the building's security team, who dialed the authorities. Investigators searching the scene found even more troubling details. Scratches in a semicircular pattern were detected on the window frame of the room believed to be Yu's last location, consistent with someone desperately struggling against being forced out. The insect-proof netting outside the window was described by technical staff as almost impossible to pry open without specialized tools. Additionally, strange handprints were observed on the glass of a lower floor window, suggesting that Yu may have tried to grasp onto the ledge as he plummeted. To many, these marks point less toward a voluntary leap and more toward a struggle for survival. While police initially downplayed the possibility of foul play, they later summoned 8 attendees of the gathering for questioning. Among them, 3 individuals have attracted particular attention from the public and online communities. The first is the host of the evening, a well-known screenwriter surnamed Xiao, who reportedly had close ties with Yu. Strangely, just 3 days after the tragedy, Xiao abruptly moved out of the apartment in the middle of the night, assisted by several unidentified men. Witnesses described him as panicked, constantly checking his phone before leaving in a black SUV without license plates. Xiao has since vanished, with his last known signal traced to a remote town in Hebei province before disappearing entirely. The second figure under scrutiny is director Wang. Despite publicly denying his presence at the gathering, CCTV footage from the building lobby shows him entering the elevator around 9:27 p.m., carrying 2 bottles of liquor. He was later recorded leaving alone at 2:03 a.m., looking hurried and colliding with the cleaner's cart in his rush to exit. His attempts to claim he had been at home working on a script appear to be directly contradicted by the surveillance evidence. The third individual is Yu's manager, surnamed Liu. Records show Liu received 3 mysterious phone calls from an untraceable disposable number in the hour leading up to Yu's fall. After the final call at 2:10 a.m., Liu reportedly urged the guests to wrap up the night. These details have fueled speculation that Liu may have played a role in coordinating or covering up events that unfolded in the penthouse. Alongside these individuals, the broader circumstances surrounding ЮйМэнLun's career add a chilling backdrop. Insiders claim that the actor had been blacklisted in the industry for over 3 years after refusing to participate in the so-called unspoken rules demanded by powerful figures. Rumors suggest that he had resisted sexual exploitation attempts by wealthy patrons and had suffered professional isolation as a result. His once thriving career crumbled, forcing him to dissolve his personal studio just 2 months before his death. Friends described him as depressed but determined to rebuild, with new projects lined up for release in 2023 and 2024. To his fans, Yu had every reason to live. He was his parents' only son, had ongoing professional opportunities, and had shown no signs of suicidal intent. Speculation grew even darker when several bloggers alleged that Yu's death was not accidental, but orchestrated. According to these accounts, a powerful industry figure had attempted to coerce Yu into sexual servitude for years. When Yu refused, the man allegedly arranged for associates to drug and assault him during the party. It is claimed that in the early hours of September 11th, Yu resisted and threatened to involve the police. In a desperate move to silence him, he was pushed from the penthouse window. These shocking allegations, while unverified, have captured the imagination of the public and intensified demands for justice. CCTV footage, witness statements, and the suspicious behavior of those closest to Yu form a puzzle that has yet to be solved. The scratches, fingerprints, and questionable timeline of events all point to the possibility that Yu did not meet his end by choice. The fact that multiple attendees gave inconsistent testimonies only deepens suspicions. Reports suggest that some individuals lied during initial questioning, and netizens have voiced outrage that influential figures may be using money and connections to obstruct the truth. Adding to the complexity, forensic experts noted that Yu suffered injuries inconsistent with the straightforward fall. Bruises on his arms and shoulders suggest physical restraint, while the positioning of his body indicated a struggle prior to impact. However, without conclusive evidence released publicly, these details remain part of the swirling maelstrom of speculation. Online, the case has dominated Weibo, with hashtags about Yu's death racking up millions of views. Some fans have even linked his demise to other suspicious celebrity deaths in China, suggesting a pattern of powerful forces eliminating dissenters. Others urge caution, emphasizing the importance of verified facts over rumor-driven narratives. Still, the haunting images of Yu's last night, his weary figure in the elevator, the scratches on the window frame, the unanswered phone calls, have left a nation unsettled. Police have stated that if foul play is confirmed, those found guilty of deliberately causing ЮйМэнLun's death could face sentences ranging from a minimum of 10 years in prison to life imprisonment. The severity of the possible punishment underscores just how grave the suspicions have become. For now, the 8 individuals summoned for questioning remain under investigation, and 3 figures in particular are firmly in the spotlight of both law enforcement and public opinion. ЮйМэнLun's tragic end has left a void not only in Chinese entertainment, but also in the hearts of fans who admired his talent and resilience. Tributes continue to pour in, with many refusing to accept that such a promising life could end so abruptly without deeper, more sinister explanations. Whether accident, suicide, or homicide, the truth behind his fall remains hidden. Until authorities release official findings, the story will remain shrouded in uncertainty. It must be emphasized that all the information above has been compiled from various media sources, eyewitness claims, and online discussions. None of these details have been formally confirmed by law enforcement or government agencies. Readers are urged to treat this narrative with caution and await verified updates from official investigations.